Stay tuned. The
Are you ready?
series is going to
Wake up your magic.
My name is Vanda.
Understanding that you are a sensitive human being, meaning that you are sensitive to energy, sensitive to other people's energy, means only one thing. Actually, it could mean a lot of other different things, but it means that you have had the experience of being lined up, in tune, connected to your higher self, and you have felt something that has felt good and that you've been flowing and it felt well and good and awesome and it had life to it and you were freed up and you felt that energy. When you realize that you're now feeling something else and you're getting limited or constricted with emotional triggers of getting angry from something that happened in the past, or you're getting pulled by a to-do list of certain things and you're starting to stress out and getting anxious and all of these things, well, the right there is your sensitive self, okay, giving you the signal that you're out of alignment with whom? Your higher self. Welcome to My Name is Vanda. This is where we talk about who you are being, how you're able to connect everyday life with the words you're using, by the way you're thinking, by the way you're feeling, and how you're either reacting or responding to the life that you are creating. Raising your conscious awareness is everything. Understanding who you are is vital, right? Talking about sensitivity is like so far out there. But it's so important because in the world that is so rich and diverse with everything, right? Chaos, noise, diversity, the richness, nature, the birds singing, just being in nature right now. If you're not centered, okay, the birds singing or the birds' sounds could create a distortion in your own thinking pattern. That means that you're not in this rhythmic pattern and alignment. It means that you're now sensitive, okay, to what is out there. Sensitivity is who we are as human beings. We are gifted, empathic human beings. Everyone is intuitive. You are sensitive. You are empathic. You have empathy, some more than others, okay? But we all have our sensory game on. You're going to feel what is going on. Where it gets, and the word is not distorted, but it gets like pulled apart, right? Which is distortion. You want to understand that you are maybe in a different type of agreement with either that person or that conversation or what is going on. Your sensitivity is part of who you are. It's part of your matrix. It's part of your architectural lineup between your wheels of light, your agreements, who you are, your DNA, your capacity, your availability. There are certain times that you have more availability to the noise that is around you, and there are sometimes that there are less available patience or attunement to what you feel is distorting you, right? Okay, so where do we go with this and why is this important? Well, what I wanted to share with you is that it's not good or bad being sensitive. It's who you are. But if you're finding yourself that you are sensitive and you're feeling very sensitive to other people's emotions, people's places, okay, other people's, energy around them. And it goes with people and places and things, right? This is a good thing because it means that you're waking up and you're also waking up to realizing that there is a contrast, okay? When everything is flowing and everything is moving in the right direction to serve your higher self and your higher good, there are no triggers. You're feeling good. It's flowing. Everything is connecting. It's 1, 2, 3. I feel great. This is awesome. What a great day. But in that same moment, it could be the same day repeated in a different sequence of events, and you're feeling somebody else's anger or emotions or distortion or repetitive patterns. Why would that matter? Well, there could be lots of different reasons, but today I want to raise your awareness to one important factor that sometimes we forget we are our own culprits of doing. How many times have you expected yourself to have an expectation of something, be it good or bad? And where does that expectation come from, right? So this is how it goes. The more you are with somebody, you have a certain pattern that starts accumulating and starts forming. It's called a composition or a compounding of atoms, okay? We start forming these symbiotic patterns by our cellular reconstruction of expectation. So if you have somebody that you are with all the time and they have these habits or this way of being every day, okay, you start to expect those patterns and you start to expect that behavior out of that person, right? So what do? You've got to bring it back into yourself so that you're able to see, okay, what am I expecting from this person? What am I expecting from this relationship? What am I expecting from this place or this trip or from this space that I'm in? If we go look to the bottom common denominator of all of it, most of the time, it's your expectation. And when that expectation is charged up with an action that they keep on referring to that triggers something from your past, bingo, your sensitivity alarms go off. And you are now triggering an emotional state of being, okay, that is signaling you to say, whoa, 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 it's time to let me go so that I can rebalance myself with a higher expectation that serves your higher good and allows that person, okay, to recalibrate. Or it allows the place and its energy to recalibrate. It's easier to understand when it's a place. Have you ever walked into a space, a home, a museum, a venue, just some arbitrary place, and you get something from it? You go, oh, I don't like this place. Oh, I don't like the smell, or something gets triggered by you. You don't start blaming it. You don't have that past expectation of distortion. You realize, okay, this is not good. But what it's saying, it's not the place is not good. There's been an exchange of some kind of energy, okay, that has triggered some kind of sensory within you. And the same thing happens with people. It's easier, okay, for us to relate to the people than the places. Because places we go, oh, I love that place. Oh, I don't like that place so much. If you like the place, you keep on going back. If you don't like it, you avoid it. But what happens in your relationships? So your close family that you're constantly with and you're growing up with, friends and family and brothers and sisters and your siblings, or your mother and your father, or a husband or a boyfriend, or all these different things. These things are your relationships. And every relationship has a past experience. That past experience triggers your sensitivity, okay, with a signal of emotions that once you've healed, once you've overcome them, once you have allowed yourself to elevate, to surrender, or come to peace with it, or recalibrate, everything comes together to support you with it. Now, most people will ignore exactly what I've just said there. Others will be a little bit more tuned in. Why? Because it's a repetitive pattern. It keeps on showing up. And as this pattern shows up and you grow and evolve, you start waking up to its pattern. And you go, wait a minute. I know you. I've seen you before. I've sensed this pattern before. I know exactly what you're going to do. And your sensory awakens. This is you being in tune with your sensitivity. A sensitivity like this is a gift. It's not a hindrance. How you act out these sensitivities are vital. Why? Because you're going to be prompted, by the past to act like the past. Or you're going to be invited, to calibrate to your higher self and to reconnect, which I call this a ray of light of connection to your higher self. Or you can choose another ray of light, by the way, and you can stay poised. Poised meaning that you're not going to act out what you expect out of this person or this place. You're going to be the one that's going to interrupt, this pattern that is overloading your sensory alarms, and you're going to give yourself the time and the space that you need for this cloud of emotion or this expectation of the past to not repeat itself. How do you know all of this, how it's going, and what sequence to take? You just know. And that knowing is something that you come and you sense from a heart pulse. You have that inside of you, but it is only you that has that space and that will, to open that window, walk through that corridor and get to the doorway that opens up your heart to listen and to understand that this sensitivity is a gift you're born with. Our sensories are basic as we start. You see something, you feel something, you taste some things, right? But what about our intuitive sense, our empathic ability, our intelligence, our God force, our force of light, of millions of rays of light that connect us, attune us, keep us poised, that know all of these things with the spiritual essence of the exchanges. This is how we grow. I'm hearing so often nowadays, I'm too sensitive to go out. I'm too sensitive with other people. I am sensitive to this one's touch. I'm sensitive to that. I'm sensitive to the smells. And yes, you are. But what are you doing about it? Are you avoiding it and limiting yourself to the sensory expansion that is going on within you because you're awakening? Or are you inviting yourself to elevate and expand the sensory to support you into higher levels of consciousness? We are all sensory beings, but how we act out, we're all in different classes. How someone acts out their own sensory ability is only because they are in that frame of mind or that ability within their total understanding of who they are. This is a big one. This is a great one, in fact, because we are energy. So being sensitive to energy is like, hello, this is who you are. Being sensitive to other people, you are attracting them. This is the law of the universe. Whatever you're sensitive to, they are showing something within you, and that's either an opportunity to surrender, to let go, to release, or to make peace with. I don't know your journey. Only you are the one that knows how you feel about somebody or something or someplace or an item or a thought or a memory about something. We are not just basic sensory beings. We are enlightened beings. We are being awoken to our divinity and our spirituality. You're being called to understand your own sensitivities, why you feel the way you do with some people, why you feel in certain places some things. There might be something of a gift that opens up a treasure box or a gift box for you with some wisdoms. You don't know. but you're sensitive to it. So if you are sensitive to it, there is something there. How you look at your sensitivity comes from the way you look within yourself. Yes, we all come with our DNA. Absolutely we do. We choose our parents for that. But it is up to you to understand that you chose these parents, okay, for a higher reason. You being sensitive to certain conversations or to certain emotions or to certain habits, then it's up to you too to understand, wait a minute, maybe I've grown from this. If I'm expecting the same thing over and over again and I don't change, then what am I doing to my own sensitivity panel? You're going to be calling the same thing over and over again that your sensitivities are now going to shout at you and you're going to get triggered. And when these sensitivities are ignored, then they start manifesting further and they either start festering or they start bringing in other ailments so that you can pay attention. A rash on your skin, a star on your eye, an ulcer on your tongue, a wart on your finger. We could pretend that they don't mean anything. That means that we are ignoring our sensitivities at some space, time, or reality. Being inspired by own actions means that you're in spirit with yourself, also meaning that you are sensitive to you becoming the human being that you are. Even when you decide, you know what, I don't want to grow spiritually anymore. I don't want to develop myself anymore. I'm just going to stay where I am. You're still going to be sensitive to your environment. You know, it's like putting the TV too loud. Well, I'm too sensitive to that. I can't have it too loud. But yet comes a great song that you're in tune with and that you love, or you have a great memory bank to it. That music is going to go as loud as that speaker can take it. So it's all relative, right? And that's what this conversation is about, raising your awareness to the words that we use that have a deeper meaning to our consciousness. Sensitivity is a big one. I see so many people drawing in, incubating, stepping away, stepping back, dimming their lights, becoming hermits in their own spaces. I can't go out there. I can't socialize. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's all can't. Triple negatives, double downing on triple negatives and closing yourself off because you're sensitive. No, you're sensitive because you're gifted, and you're sensitive because you have come into alignment with something that is great already. You know the difference. You have felt the difference between something that flows in your life and you feel good about it, and now you're feeling something with contrast and it doesn't feel good anymore. And in that choice, you don't have to understand it all. But sometimes you need to surrender it a little bit so that you have a deeper knowing, okay, and understanding that if these patterns are showing up more and more in your life, either you're expecting them to, or you're not paying enough attention to who you're being, what you're saying, and what you're continuously doing and expecting from others and the world. It is such a great conversation. To you being absolutely gorgeous, sensitive and empowered and enlightened to awaken the true essence of who you are. Okay?
You want to laugh again? You want to open up and awaken your wisdom box so that you can manifest your dreams in this lifetime experience. We're empathic. We are sensitive. We are intuitive. We are psychically attuned to this energy world that is awakening who we are. You're so much more than who you think you are. And remind yourself that your higher self absolutely knows what you want. You are the creator of your future life. Holds for you what you have put into your future, what you're thinking, but most of all, what you're feeling. That is what is coming to you. That is how the universe talks. You are the creator of your life. We all are.
Are you ready?
My name is Vanahaha.